Elizabeth, Dallas Cowboys.
Sarah, Pat, Denver Broncos.
Monica,
Catherine,
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Samantha,
Sunny,
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Welcome to Six Flags New England in Springfield, Massachusetts for the NFL Cheerleader Playoffs brought to you by Nautilus, changing the game in health and fitness. Now, 25 of 32 teams in the NFL have cheerleaders. Those teams are represented here. 2 girls per team. Here's how it works. Each team will be competing in 3 different categories. Physical challenges, NFL knowledge, true or false?
True.
That is correct.
Sorry, girls.
Let's keep studying.
Totally should have known that.
And the dance competition. What's at stake? $10,000, 2 brand new Bowflex machines by Nautilus. But most importantly, they are competing for bragging rights on the NFL sidelines. Today, our 4 teams will compete in kayaks, put on their running shoes for the 100-yard dash, and it's the NFL knowledge and dance events. In the first 2 events, the points range from 50 for the winner, 35 for second place, 20 for third place, and 10 for fourth place. The final 2 events, the NFL knowledge and dance competition, all the points are doubled, which will give a team a great opportunity to make a comeback. All right, the kayak competition has yet to begin, and already the cheerleaders are hard at work trying to map out their path to victory.
A little waterfall accident.
Not a spill, yeah.
Just ran into the waterfall. We're kind of plotting and planning ideas on what to do, so I think we're ready.
We can't get turned around. That's the hard part. Yeah. So we'll see how we do. We're hoping it'll go well. Tear it up. Yeah.
For the call of the kayak competition, let's go to Ian Eagle.
Matt, thanks very much. The format here, teams race head-to-head, 2 laps. Winners advance to the finals. In the right lane, the Dallas Cowboys, Elizabeth and Megan. They'll be taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks with Catherine and Monica.
On your mark, get set.
Clean start here. Catherine has got the Bucks out in front, and Dallas having a tough time going sideways at the beginning and heading for the wall. They are completely turned around. The Bucks are out to an early lead.
Oh, that's the worst feeling, too. Start turning out of control.
Dallas finally getting off the wall here, but Tampa Bay is cruising as they head around that first turn. Cowboys just starting to get the hang of it here as they make the first turn, but a big challenge now as Dallas has to catch up. Buccaneers have Catherine in the front, Monica in the back. Catherine originally from Tampa, Monica from Spartanburg, South Carolina. As for the Cowboys, that's Elizabeth in front, Megan in the back. But Tampa Bay has got the huge lead here in the first of 2 heats.
Tampa's pretty good. I've only seen him spin once.
Now the Buccaneers have been in sync from the very beginning here. Oh, Elizabeth gets knocked in the head. Dallas is turned around once again. A lot of trouble for the Cowboys in this first team. Meanwhile, for Tampa, smooth sailing, a half-lap lead as they head around the back stretch. For Elizabeth and Megan, they've been teammates on the Dallas Cowboys cheerleading squad the last 2 years, but that chemistry has not translated to the kayak. Final stretch now for the Buccaneers. It's been all Bucks from the beginning. Tampa coming around that final turn. Catherine and Monica will take it to the tape. And Tampa wins and advances to the championship race. What a run. Meanwhile, for Dallas, disappointing performance in the first heat of the day.
Our first team that we competed against were the Cowboys.
I and my partner, Elizabeth, have never kayaked before. Right off the bat, spin and hit a wall, spin and hit a wall, spin and hit a wall. We are from Texas, and there's not a whole lot of opportunities to kayak. Just the word kayaking kind of makes me nervous.
We beat them pretty easily.
Coming up, Heat 2 takes to the boats. Then speed rules in the 100-yard dash. The women must know their NFL.
What city hosted Super Bowl 40 this past February?
God, how did that just go blank?
And finally, the dance competition.
If you stand up during a game, you can't stop and look around. You got to keep going.
Welcome back to Six Flags New England, the NFL Cheerleader Playoffs. Heat 1 of the kayak in the books. Moments ago, Samantha and Sonny of the Jacksonville Jaguars took on Kat and Sarah from the Denver Broncos to decide Heat 2. Jaguars took advantage of a Broncos miscue. Jacksonville never looked back. The Jaguars cruised to victory and earned the second spot in the kayak final. So the championship is set with the Buccaneers taking on the Jaguars, and both teams are standing by with our own Pro Bowl wideout, Chad Johnson.
Representing the bottom half of Florida, we have Tampa Bay. Representing the top half of Florida, we have Jacksonville here in the finals. Ladies of Tampa, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, we obviously think that we're going to win, definitely. We just have to keep our strategy going, just keep going in sync with each other, and hopefully pull through.
There it is. They think their strategy is going to get it done. Ladies of Jacksonville, how do you feel you guys are going to do?
Well, of course, we think we're going to win. We have good teamwork, and we had a very quick time out there, the quickest so far on the first round. So hopefully the second round we can do the same thing.
There it is. One says strategy, the other says team. Let's see who comes out on top.
All right, you guys, let's go!
Chad, Dallas, and Denver will enjoy this one from the sidelines. Tampa Bay will face their in-state rivals, the Jaguars, Samantha and Sonny.
Well, I was a gymnast for 14 years, and I love to perform. So I went in high school and cheered 2 years, and then I went straight into the NFL my senior year of high school. And I've been cheering since then, and I love game day, just the chills every time. I love to perform, so that was my main reason for going in to cheering for the Jags.
I mean, I'm in school full-time, I work a part-time job, so when I get to go and be around these girls, I mean, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful experience.
I don't know, everybody's kind of close. It's a good little family, and it's more than the cheering. You build
You get friendships,
that, you know?
We're very competitive.
We're
I think that's all we talked about the whole time.
Extremely. Just from our backgrounds, too, like gymnastics and dance, you have that,
Put in that.
Yeah, competitor in you. We can't lose, no matter what it is.
We're Jacksonville, so like people maybe expect us to kind of go home in the first round.
Yeah.
So
because we're not maybe up there on the radar.
We're not known as well as other teams.
Exactly.
So we feel that pressure as well as like the girls, you know, wanting us to bring home something. And
yes,
so.
they're really backing us up a lot and pulling for us.
This is for the girls back in Jacksonville.
Yes, go Jacksonville.
Samantha and Sonny from Jacksonville on your left,
On your mark.
Catherine
Get
and
set.
Monica from Tampa Bay on your right. This is for first place in the kayak, 50 points, 35 points to second, and both teams off to a good start.
It's an intense race. They're neck and neck.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
The battle for the Florida kayak bragging rights is on. Jacksonville, a small
Wow,
lead.
they're really good at straightening it out. Like, really
Yeah, we would have totally spun around.
Samantha from the Jaguars doing a good job using her oars and keeping the boat straight here. Tampa Bay having some early difficulty as Jacksonville was able to straighten out. And Tampa now trying to make a move on the inside.
It's so hard to pass back there. It's like your only hope. Yeah.
But the Buccaneers do it. They cut off the Jaguars like an angry driver in rush hour traffic. Tampa has forced Jacksonville into the wall, and they pull ahead. Both teams handle it well as they head into the final lap here. Tampa having some problems. Kayak spins to the right, and Jacksonville takes the lead. Now the Jaguars having some steering issues of their own. Can the Bucs take advantage here?
Go, paddle, 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 paddle.
Half a lap to go. Terrific move by Catherine and Monica of Tampa. Another lead change. Still a difficult waterfall to deal with as the teams head down the stretch. Tampa in front of Jacksonville. But now the Jaguars using the inside to their advantage. Samantha and Sunny make that final push. Here they come, very close. Jacksonville ahead. The first of 4 events today, it belongs to the Jacksonville Jaguars as they take the Kayak Championship. 50 points for Samantha and Sunny, a close second-place finish for Monica and Catherine of Tampa. Let's take another look. Tampa had some early spin troubles on the first lap, but they recovered, and they were able to take the lead on that narrow back leg. But in the end, it was Jacksonville taking home the title. Here's Carrie Milbank.
Was it easier the second time around now that you kind of knew the course?
No, Tampa Bay was tough. They were fierce. So
we were close the whole time. Like, it was a little bit ahead, a little bit, and this corner was what determined it. It was right there.
Down to that last bit.
We want to win so bad to take this back home to the girls in Jacksonville because nobody expects Jacksonville. Right. So to work together, it's so much more fun to be with somebody you know and kick some butt.
Well, apparently you're kicking butt so far. Good luck.
Thanks.
They won it by had to be 2 milliseconds.
They were not expecting Jacksonville to come around that corner. So when we did, and then we saw the people and we heard them oh my gosh, it's Jacksonville. It's yeah.
It was very close, but we had that victory, and we like to have the first win.
So Jacksonville with the come-from-behind victory in the kayak, and by virtue of their better time in the semifinal heats, the Broncos take 20 points for third. Coming up, the ladies hit the track.
Get set.
We're gonna win. Let's say we're gonna win.
When you hear Joe blow that whistle, the clock will start.
My heart is pounding.
It's quiz time. You better know your NFL. And finally, what they know best, the dance competition, as we continue on the NFL Cheerleader Playoffs. Welcome back, everybody. This is the NFL Cheerleader Playoffs on NFL Network. Time for event number 2, the 100-yard dash. Here's how it works. The first teammate must run 50 yards carrying a football, then hand it off to their partner. The anchor leg will bring it home in a mad dash for the final 50 yards. You win, you advance to the championship. Tampa Bay faces Denver in Heat 1. Dallas and Jacksonville square off in Heat 2. Right lane for the Buccaneers. Catherine, who also likes to be called Kathy. She'll be handing it off to Monica, who's waiting on the other end. And in the left lane, the Broncos. Catherine, who doesn't mind being referred to as Cat, with Sarah running the second leg.
On your mark, get set.
The battle of the Catherines in the first leg evenly matched as they look to make the exchange to Monica and Sarah. And Monica of the Buccaneers is flying to the finish. Tampa advances to their second event final. Another strong showing for the Buccaneers.
I won.
Well, both teams did a nice job of exchanging the football, but one thing you can't teach is speed. Monica came out blazing. Up next, Jacksonville and Dallas, left lane. That's Sunny, who will start things off for the Jaguars, with Samantha taking the second leg. And for Dallas, Megan is ready to go. She'll hand it off to her teammate, Elizabeth, for the relay lap.
Good luck, ladies. On your mark, get set.
Second of 2 heats, winner will take on Tampa Bay. Sunny with the early step, but it's Megan of the Cowboys who pulls ahead as they hand it off. Elizabeth, a 2-step advantage. Wow, Samantha now closing in. Elizabeth trying to hold on. Too close to call. Dallas thinks they've got it, but we're going to have to check a replay on this one. After the exchange, Elizabeth has a huge lead, but Samantha really turns it on at the end, and oh, right there, Elizabeth by a step. The Cowboys win Heat 2.
Okay, well, all right.
Jacksonville, a valiant effort, and came oh so close. Carrie is with the Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys having an intense photo finish with Elizabeth. That was intense.
Super intense. Of course, down there it was so hard. It was close by. I don't know. They caught up really well, and so I think right there at the very last moment, it just determined on who got to the line first. So, luckily we did, and we're so thrilled.
Yes, yes. And I hope you save something for the finals because you're up against the Buccaneers. Are you ready for that?
We're ready.
So.
We're trying our hardest. We're going to tear it up for the Cowboys.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Long the standard by which all cheerleaders are held to, a lot is expected from the Dallas Cowboys in this competition.
We are honored to wear the staple of America's Sweethearts because we're not just representing Dallas. It almost feels like we represent the nation as a whole, which is a huge, I mean, we wouldn't have it any other way.
We have a lot of passion and a lot of drive behind us. I think a little bit of competitiveness.
But with that joy and with that pride and with that, just that honor comes a lot of pressure.
We're gonna win. Let's say we're gonna win.
We're excited to get to meet everyone, but I think once that whistle does blow, I think we all put our game face on because we're here to win and represent our team.
We don't want to always be the team that's like, oh, we want them to go home or anything like that, but I mean, it is a compliment for our organization in general that people think of us when you think of cheerleaders.
So you here to see us, Dallas, your favorite team?
There's just such a tradition that comes before us. I mean, the legacy really is huge. We've worked together for a while now, so I think that hopefully that'll work in our advantage.
5 years now.
Yeah.
We love each other. We complement each other as far as who's stronger and who's weaker, but I think we complement each other pretty well, so we're excited to see what the future holds for us here. Hey, that was some good cheering, honey. Oh.
So we're set, the finals of the 100-yard dash, 50 points on the line. Tampa wearing the red. Catherine will start things off, and that's Megan for Dallas wearing the blue. Megan pumping those arms at the beginning, but Catherine has the smooth stride. They're even step for step. It's going to come down to their teammates on the exchange. Monica turning on the afterburners once again. Tampa Bay has their first event win of this competition. Dallas settles for second place.
This girl's fast.
Another outstanding anchor leg for Monica, leading Tampa to the title. Buccaneers have the lead, 85 points. Jacksonville currently in second, with Dallas in third, followed by Denver. Coming up, who will crack under pressure?
What popular Atlanta Falcons quarterback wears number 7?
Cowboys knowledge is one thing, but knowing everything about the NFL is a completely different ballgame.
Know your NFL and the dance routine. Still to come.
Welcome back to the NFL Cheerleader Playoffs. I'm Matt Gallant. Know Your NFL is about to get underway, and this event has had our cheerleaders cramming NFL information at every spare moment.
To prepare for the trivia challenge, our director printed out bios on every important person, probably, what do you think, 65 bios. So we came with a nice stack this thick.
While we're putting our makeup on, we're like asking each other questions back and forth.
We went on every NFL website you could imagine to print history of everything as far as the Immaculate Reception, the Music City Miracle, everything you could think.
Well, we made up some acronyms to remember some of the AFC, NFC teams.
Cowboys knowledge is one thing, but knowing everything about the NFL is a completely different ballgame.
NFC North, nothing but little Viking people.
We feel good. We worked hard, so hopefully it'll pay off.
Now it's time to test the cheerleaders' football knowledge with a game we're calling Know Your NFL. This event and the dance competition are worth double points. Remember, at the end of today, only 2 teams move on, and the other 2 will be going home. And here's how you know your NFL. Each team will have a minute to answer 12 questions rapid fire. We'll alternate between the girls. The right answers are worth 5 yards each. No penalty for wrong answers. Oh, and one more note. The winners of this event will get a special prize. 2 round-trip tickets anywhere Southwest Airlines flies in the United States. Southwest Airlines is the official airline of the NFL. How about that? All right, let's get started. The game is about to begin. Okay, we're going to start it off with the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. Megan, Elizabeth,
Hi.
are you girls ready?
We're ready.
Okay, when Joe, our referee, blows that whistle, you're going to have 1 minute.
Okay.
Here we go. What popular Atlanta Falcons quarterback wears number 7?
Mike Fatfer.
Incorrect.
think of his last name.
Michael
Mike.
Vick. How
Mike
many
Vick.
yards is a team penalized for offensive holding?
Holding is 5 yards.
Incorrect. 10 yards. What city hosted Super Bowl 40 this past February?
God, how did that just go blank? Let's pass.
Detroit.
I knew that.
Indianapolis Colts quarterback Peyton Manning threw for more or less than 30 touchdowns in 2005. More or less?
More.
Incorrect. Less. True or false? Former USC running back Reggie Bush was drafted first in the 2006 NFL draft. False.
Okay.
Mario Williams. What position does the Denver?
Sorry. We sucked on that one.
Okay, ladies, 0 correct. It's no yards.
Minute starts. Not good. We get 5 questions, none right.
She and I both got a little flustered, and I don't know. I think that we tend to panic in situations like that.
0 is not a pretty number.
Now let's go to the Denver Broncos. We have Sarah and Kat. Ladies, are you ready?
We are ready.
Do it.
What NFL broadcaster has his name on the most popular football video game?
John Madden.
That is correct. What popular New York Giants quarterback wears number 10?
Eli Manning.
That is correct. How many yards is a team penalized for an offsides infraction?
5 yards.
That is correct. In 2005 regular season, Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Chad Johnson caught more or less than 10 touchdowns.
Less.
That's correct. True or false? The 2004 NFL MVP was Seattle Seahawks running back Sean Alexander.
False.
That is correct. What football term is used when a player on the field loses the ball after he has a possession of it?
Fumble.
That is correct. What teams does defensive end Julius Peppers play for?
Panthers.
That is correct. What quarterback appeared in the movie There's Something About Mary?
Brett Favre.
That is correct. Name one of the 2 teams Mike Ditka was head coach of.
Chicago Bears.
That is correct. What uniform number does Oakland Raiders... Wow. 9 for 9. 45 yards. That is unbelievable. Great job. You guys are now in first place.
Wow. Oh my God.
So during the trivia game, Kat and I, the one thing we kept telling each other is be present.
Ended up getting 9 out of 9 questions. I think that confidence from the trivia will carry on to our dance competition.
We saw a couple of the other girls kind of blank on some of the questions. We just knew, you know what, you gotta be present, you gotta be in the moment, and we pulled it out. We did great.
Coming up,
My heart is pounding.
Jacksonville and Tampa on the hot seat and Know Your NFL. And welcome back to the NFL Cheerleader Playoffs presented by Nautilus. Know Your NFL continues now. And we want to remind you that you can log on to NFL.com and vote for your favorite cheerleading team, plus register to win a Nautilus Bowflex machine.
Good job, girl.
Wow.
It's time now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We have Monica and Catherine. When you hear Joe, the clock will start.
Okay.
How many points is a touchdown worth?
6.
That is correct. What NFL team's cheerleaders are nicknamed the Jills?
Buffalo.
That's correct. New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady has won more or less than 2 Super Bowls.
False.
More or less?
Oh, more. Sorry.
That's correct. True or false? Baltimore Ravens linebacker Ray Lewis wears number 52.
True.
That's correct. What NFL franchise drafted Jerry Rice?
Chargers.
Incorrect. 49ers. What NFL Hall of Fame QB was nicknamed Broadway Joe?
Joe Montana.
Incorrect. Joe Namath. What recent Kansas City Chiefs coach also coached the Eagles and Rams?
Pass.
Dick Vermeil. How many of the NFL's 32 franchises have cheerleading squads?
28.
Incorrect. 25. Who's the owner of the Oakland Raiders?
Pass.
Al Davis. What team won the first 2 Super Bowls?
Green Bay.
Correct. What city is... All right, ladies, you had 5 correct answers for 25 yards. Currently, you are in second place.
We thought that we would do pretty well, but we ended up not knowing the answers to some pretty obvious questions, so that's kind of frustrating.
One of my questions was, how many teams in the NFL have cheerleaders? And I should have known that because I am a cheerleader.
Samantha, Sonny, are you ready?
Ready. My heart is pounding.
Here we go. Name of the NFL's championship game.
Super Bowl.
Yes. Which NFL team has fans known as the Cheeseheads?
Oh my gosh, Green Bay.
Correct. What team has won the most Super Bowls this decade?
Pittsburgh.
Incorrect. The Patriots. Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger threw for more or less than 20 touchdowns in 2005. More or less than 20.
Less.
Correct. True or false? The Buffalo Bills have never won a Super Bowl.
True.
That's correct. How many points is a 50-yard field goal worth?
3 points.
Correct. What college did Tennessee Titans first-round pick Vince Young attend?
Pass.
University of Texas. How many rounds are in the NFL draft?
5. I don't know.
7. What team was previously known as the Houston Oilers?
Tennessee Titans.
Correct. How many teams has Bill Parcells won a Super Bowl with as a head coach?
1.
Correct.
How many is that?
What is it?
All right, Jags. That's 35 yards to the Denver Bronco Cheerleaders. They win. Know your NFL. Congratulations. Congratulations. Now, Denver, you guys have the overall lead now going into the dance competition. You got to feel pretty good about that.
We feel great. That's awesome. Absolutely.
It's kind of like a John Elway big touchdown winning the Super Bowl, wasn't it?
Exactly.
There you go.
I like it. Now I know what it feels like. You're the underdog.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you in the dance competition.
Thank you.
So the Broncos take full advantage of the double points and go from worst to first heading into the dance competition, with all teams still in the hunt to advance to the second round. Next, our cheerleaders take to the stage.
Nerves are good. You're supposed to be nervous. I think the minute you stop getting nervous is the minute you're not ready for this anymore.
It all comes down to the dance competition when we return. Welcome back to the NFL Cheerleader Playoffs. It all comes down to the dance competition.
The pressure is on. Talk about pressure. Like, put any competition in front of us and we're gonna go full force. Everyone's like all sweet and nice to each other. When you know in the back of your minds, every girl's like, I'm gonna get them.
Some people are going to have to go home, some people get to stay, and one person wins.
We feel
Started us on a good
confident, I think,
foot.
the most in our dancing.
Done competition dance, my whole life.
Even though I can get out in front of 65,000 fans and dance and cheer and be so comfortable, sometimes I get nervous.
I'm competitive. Everyone likes to win.
Final preparations for the dance competition are underway. This is what the women do best, but the nerves are jumping.
We're gonna nail it. We're gonna go like, why did you try that? But we're gonna nail it.
Again, all 4 teams have a chance to move on, so it all comes down to how they perform on the big stage.
It's gonna be suspenseful.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I really want to go after watching everybody.
Yes, that way they can't judge us.
Nerves are good. You're supposed to be nervous. I think the minute you stop getting nervous is the minute you're not ready for this anymore.
We're about to find out just how well these ladies will perform under pressure. Denver, Jacksonville, and Tampa Bay are all bunched up at the top. For Dallas, there is a chance, but winning the dance is a must. All right. Folks, the stage is set for the dance competition. This is the final event of the first round. It all comes down to this. It's a 1-minute rehearsed routine, and it's judged. Our first judge, there he is, right there. It's here for Chad Johnson. Hey, next to Chad, Bonnie Jill Laughlin. Now our final judge, Chris Judd. Now taking the stage first, currently in 4th place. Let's hear it for Elizabeth and Megan the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders.
I took a trip to the mountain. I saw you trapped up in the cableway. I prayed that you would fall and come floating down to me. Oh yeah. And leap into my arms, babe. Come on, dive into my soul. Come on, jump into my heart, babe. Come on, dive into my soul. I said, leap into my arms, babe. Come on, dive into the snow. Come on, jump into my bobsled. Come on, dive in my soul.
Girls, bring it on up, right up here. What do you think for the ladies here? Congratulations. How'd you feel you did?
We felt pretty darn good.
As good as we could. We brought our best, and it felt real good.
There you have it. Now it's time to find out what our judges think. Chad.
Love the song. It went perfect. The outfits are banging, man. Those are real nice.
Thank you so much.
Bonnie Joe.
Definitely, Megan, you have more energy, and Elizabeth, you need to work on that.
Thank you.
Chris, how about you?
Well, I have to say this is a great start to the competition, but right off the bat, it was kind of off in sync. And then throughout the number, you could see yourself looking around and see where everyone was at. But all in all, it was a good routine.
Thank you so much.
Okay, ladies, I have the scores. Chad gave you an 80.
Thank you.
Bonnie Jill, an 81.
Thank you.
And Chris gave you an 85. For a grand total of 246. Congratulations. Here's what we're gonna do now. You guys did a great job. Let's go to Carrie, who's backstage with our next team.
Thanks, Matt. I am here with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Catherine and Monica, currently in third place. And although it's only a 15-point spread, this event is crucial for these ladies. Catherine, how do you feel?
We're nervous. We're very prepared. We've practiced a lot, but this is crucial. I think all three teams in the top are very close.
Very close. So this is the deciding factor, and I think we can do it. We have to get like first or second. So,
and Monica, give us a little preview of what we're about to see.
We're doing like a little sexy number to a very like, it's
like
kind
a
of techno
techno rock
song. Yeah,
kind of
kind of
song.
sexy song. So hope you enjoy it.
All right. Well, go ladies. Make Tampa Bay proud.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, our next team fell from first place to third place after the knowledge competition, but now they're looking to bounce back. Please welcome Catherine and Monica from the Buccaneers. Take it away, ladies.
Electrify. And drop the floor. No need to break up. We show you what we saw. All right.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it for the Buccaneers. Girls, bring it in over here. Now, how did you feel you did out there?
We did good. A
I
little
think we did
glitch.
pretty good. Little glitches in there, but we did our best, and that's all we can do out here. So.
All right, let's find out how the judges felt. Chad.
You guys are very graceful. You were in sync the entire time, except for the very small error that I saw. Other than that, you smiled the whole time, and it was good.
Bonnie Jill.
Y'all did great. Good overall presence. Besides, you guys had the glitches and way to get the crowd involved with the kick line. Everyone loves the kick line, so it was good.
Chris.
Kick lines are always a plus, but I would like to have seen a little bit more flexibility. At the very beginning of your routine, it started off really strong. But towards the middle, you guys started looking at each other, trying to gauge where you guys are going. And overall, it was a very, very entertaining routine.
Okay, ladies, Chad gave you an 82. Bonnie Jill, an 83. And Chris gave you an 80. That gives you 245 points. That is good for second place currently. All right, let's hear it for them. Denver and Jacksonville make their final preparations. They hit the stage for a chance to move on when we return to the NFL Cheerleader Playoffs. Okay, the dance competition continues now with The Roar, otherwise known as the Jacksonville Jag Cheerleaders. Here comes Samantha and Sunny. Let's hear it for them.
Walk without rhythm, it won't attract the worm. Walk without rhythm, and it won't attract the worm. Walk without rhythm, and it won't attract the worm. If you walk without rhythm, you never learn. Don't be shy by the tone of my voice. Keep up with the rhythm, a weapon of choice. Don't be shy by the tone of my voice. Check out my new weapon, a weapon of choice. Be careful, he's loaded. Be careful, he's loaded. You can blow with this, you can blow with that. You can blow with this, or you can blow with that. You can blow with this, or you can blow with that. Or you can blow with us. You can blow with this, you can blow with that. You can blow with this, or you can blow with that. Or you can blow with that.
It's The Roar. How'd you feel you did?
You practice, but you can never prepare for what it feels like up here. So, got a little nervous.
That's a story of my life.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, we'll see.
All right, we will see. Chad, what'd you think?
Throughout the routine, I was able to pick out some mistakes, that you guys made, being able to tell that you were nervous despite you guys practicing, but I did like the routine. Thank you.
Bonnie Jill.
Good smiles from both of y'all, but when you mess up, Sonny, if you mess up during a game, you can't stop and look around. You got to keep going.
And Chris.
I thought it was a great idea to have the pom-poms with you because it added to the effect of the sharpness of your arms. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more creativity in the choreography, but all in all, it was a good routine.
All right, let's get to the scores. Chad gave you a 71. Bonnie Jill gave you a 70. And Chris gave you a 79. Okay, that's a grand total of 220. That puts you guys in third place in the dance competition. Dallas still leads. So here's what needs to happen. Dallas needs Denver to finish in precisely second place for them to advance to the second round. The Buccaneers will advance if Denver gets a first, third, or fourth place, so they have a couple more options to advance. Jacksonville's only hope of moving on is if Denver comes in last place in a few moments. So Denver not only controls their fate, but everyone else's fate as well. Right now, let's go to Carrie.
I am here with the Broncos cheerleaders, better known today as Football Knowledge Champs. That's the event that launched them into first place. But ladies, it's a very close race. Are you feeling the pressure yet, Kat?
Oh, we're feeling the pressure, and those judges, man, they're real. They're giving some good feedback. So we're a little nervous for that, but gonna go out there and do what we can.
We can't wait to see what you got for us tonight.
Can't
So
wait to show
get
you.
out there, knock them dead, ladies.
All right, thanks.
Matt?
From Denver, it is Kat and Sarah. Girls, do your thing.
Walk without rhythm, it won't attract the worm. Walk without rhythm, and it won't attract the worm. Walk without rhythm, and it won't attract
Kat and Sarah. Kat and Sarah, great job. How'd you feel up here?
Felt really good. That was awesome. Can't lie, I was a little nervous, but felt great. Loved performing.
Let's go to Chad. Chad, what'd you think?
That was awesome. That was awesome. That was awesome. By far, you guys were the best we've seen so far.
Bonnie Jill.
That was great, you guys. You guys really had a lot of energy. You could tell you were having fun out there, which is so important. So I really enjoyed watching y'all. Great job.
Ooh, and Chris.
I thought it was great. From the first time you guys walked out with some complete energy. I like the use of reversing the choreography between the two and your staging. You just guys put it all together, and it was hot.
Okay, so let's take a look at the scores. Chad gave you 98. Bonnie Jill, she gave you 95. And Chris, he gave you a 95. That's 288 points. That means you guys win show number 1. Our second place team was Tampa Bay. They came in 3rd in the dance competition, so they will be advancing as well. So let's hear it for Tampa Bay and Denver. Next week, 4 new teams compete.
San Diego Chargers, Seattle Seahawks, Oakland Raiders, Atlanta Falcons.
2 of these teams will advance to round 2. 2 will go home.
It's the music that we choose. It's the music that we choose. It's the music that we choose. It's the music.
For Ian Eagle, Chad Johnson, and Carrie Milbank, I'm Matt Gallant. For the NFL Cheerleader Playoffs, brought to you by Nautilus, changing the game in health and fitness. See you next week.